Oh yeah, dig it. Welcome to my channel, A Glove and Beyond TV. My name is Greg, and today I have a VR, a video response. A video response for Barry. He's got a great channel, and he's a great supporter, and I figured it was time to start doing VRs again. It was one of the things at the beginning of the year I wanted to do, and so here I am, going to do a VR showing off items in my collection that are green. Barry had asked for that because they represent cerebral palsy, and it is Cerebral Palsy Awareness Month. So I'm going to show off items in my collection that are green. Here's Yoda right here. Here is my Mattel handheld football game. The original was white, and this was a remake, but the white one had broken down. I do have that somewhere, but I like the green one better. It plays better. One of the things I pulled out of the case, and I've talked about many times on this channel, is the piece of Comiskey Park. Here's the back side, and the front of it was green. So I'll put that back in the case, put it away. And speaking of the White Sox, here I've showed this off on the channel as well before. This is champagne bottle when me and my buddies ran around the softball fields pouring champagne on each other after the White Sox won the World Series in 2005. That's the green bottle. And something else that is green before I get to the cards, our starting lineups in football have the green background. So here's a Cordell Stewart from 1997. I'm going to bring up the 1998 as well. There's Cordell 98 with the green backgrounds. And I have one more Cordell Stewart, the 1999. I have more football, but I figured for this VR, I would show off Cordell Stewart starting lineup collection. These are the three I have with the green background. So I'm going to get into some cards. I have 22 cards I want to show, and the 22 cards represent the 22 veterans who take their lives due to PTSD. I want to bring awareness to that on Hammy and Sons channel as well. So this is kind of a double awareness video, one for Barry, one for Hammy and Sons. But before I get to the 22, I have some honorable mentions that didn't make the 22. So there's probably about 34 cards here. I'm going to show the first 12 here. With the green background, Steffi Graf. Mike Green, rest in peace. So I put this one in here, this Matumbo, because these acetate cards, especially if they're slabbed up, they start to hulk out and turn green. I'm not sure if you can see that. This one's not that bad, actually. But a lot of these inserts and parallels that are acetate in the late 90s, something to do with the acid or hitting oxygen over time. I'm not sure, but they kind of bulk quite a bit in the slabs. So Ron Francis, Hartford Whalers, now the Carolina Hurricanes. They wore green. Shout out to Three Good Nerds, Mike Madonna, the Stars, wearing green. And for my Blackhawks, Patrick Sharp, here's green prism parallel. Did not make the top 22, but it was close. Here's a Roberto Luongo. They got a green stripe in Vancouver. One of the young superstars in hockey, Kaprizov for the Minnesota Wild. Cool upper deck card there. Here is some of the Halloween bats. Here's a J.J. McCarthy green bats card. Got to have some offensive love, lineman love in there. And this is a Uno card. Uno Elite for Jason Kelsey. And Super Bowl champion in Jigba with the neon green. Arguably, are the Dolphins green? I think so. Green and orange. It's more of a bluish green, but it's green. Another questionable team, is it green? Here's a Fred Taylor autograph, but are the jerseys green? In Jacksonville, they're bluish turquoise green. I think they're turquoise green. And then here is the 2024 rookies who paid homage to the 1989 school rookies, which is where I'm going to start with the top 22. So here we go. I'm going to start off with Andre Rison. It's the graded card. I have some other rookies from 89, the Aikman, the Dion, and Barry, but this is my only graded one, so that's why I chose Andre Rison for this VR. Set that down. It's not going to stand well. One of Barry's guys. Larry Bird. Got a holiday of Mike Trout. Christmas border. These are all different sports in all different order. Here's a Lamar Jackson green prism fireworks. And a Curtis Martin shout out to Daryl Giordano, Mr. 95 cents. Here's a green team with the green mosaic background. Jumping out all over with different sports. Here is a Sean Kemp insert from Ultra. There's rumor that the Sonics are going to get one of the expansion teams along with Vegas, but that is just rumor. Another basketball team, one of the all-time greatest, Oscar Robertson for the Milwaukee Bucks. They were green. And we get into some serial numbered green cards here now. This is from OPG Premier. This is a Jonathan Drouin, serial numbered 10 out of 10. Sorry about the glare. Saku Koivu on the Ducks. Green Select. These, I believe, are out of 25. Oakland Athletics all wear green. So here's one of my few autographs on Oakland that I could find for this exercise, for this VR. I got to organize baseball. I have hockey and football pretty organized, but I still got to work on baseball. Here's Detroit Tigers rookie of Jace Jung. This is Bowman out of 99 green. Kermit the Frog would say it's not easy being green. Here's a Ryland Bannon. He's a local guy. I worked with his dad for a few years. And here, this one is also Bowman, but this is the Shimmer. Bowman Chrome out of 99 in the upper right corner there. Will it show up? It's up there. And it wouldn't be a Berry video without someone from Houston. This is the camo Bowman prospects of Jordan Alvarez. And I don't think you can have a video with green without a Green Bay Packer. So here's Reggie White, the Minister of Defense. Love these Topps Gold label cards. Got some beautiful reflective shine on there. Here's a green piece worn, game-worn memorabilia of Shady McCoy out of 50. Man, the glare's bad. I apologize. Shady. Gonna move these down. Speaking with green, it's not a green team, but it is AJ Green autograph from Topps. It is serial numbered up there on to 15. I didn't notice that the first time through. It's very weird to have back-to-back cards green with Cincinnati, but this is a Prism green scope. They've made other years where they got purple scope, but for this year, Prism, the Carl Lawson autograph, which it is 2017. That year, Prism scopes were green scopes. Here's a Julio Jones, extra points green out of 25 from Prestige. One of my favorites, Devin Hester. This is the camo Prism. Show the other variation. This is the regular green Prism of Hester. Very cool along the etching there. Great shine from the Prism cards. These last two cards, I pulled myself out of packs. This is a Brian Urlacher Emerald Parallel Certified, number 1 of 5. Down there. And the big card, I did pull out of a pack. I was just chasing Russell Wilson, Andrew Luck. This is a green emerald, Tom Brady, 2-color, arguably 3, patch card from Crown Royal out of 49, 43 out of 49. I actually had this on sale up on eBay for about 2 years prior to the Patriots beating Atlanta, and after that I took it down, and I'm glad I did because I'm happy that will just stay in my collection. So that is my collection of my favorite things that are green. Check out Berry's channel. And again, it's to bring awareness to cerebral palsy. And Berry also wanted us to talk about if we knew anyone with cerebral palsy. I do not personally, but Jason Benetti, who's a broadcaster, he's a broadcaster for the White Sox for 8 years, did minor league prior to that. Last year, he went to the Tigers. He's a baseball announcer. He is now the announcer for Sunday Night Baseball on NBC. I didn't even realize he had cerebral palsy until he talked about it on the Today Show last week. And he basically said he didn't want the job because he had cerebral palsy, but he did not want the job because he had cerebral palsy. He didn't want to be overlooked, and he didn't want to be, have pity towards him. So I didn't even know he had cerebral palsy. He's one of my favorite announcers, and check him out on NBC Sunday Night Baseball. So that is it for this VR for Berry. Everybody, have a great weekend. Happy collecting. Happy Easter weekend. See you soon. Dig it.